Oracle's Larry said that the company is new Fusion ERP and Fusion HCM interfaces. What this means is that the company is committed to new forms of human-computer interaction, like the Alexa and other devices. For Tech Republic and ZDNet, I'm Dan Patterson with Larry Dignan and Bill Detweiler. Larry, what does this say about the emerging future, new future of brand new ways to interact with our devices?
Well, what's interesting here, it's part of a broader trend too. But what's interesting is Oracle said they were going to re-architect all their applications to be able to use voice as a UI. And the part that made me chuckle was, as we all know, Larry Ellison's kind of obsessed with AWS. And then his example of engineering his apps for voice was he hooked up vacation scheduling and some other things to Amazon Alexa. And it was just sort of comical because I'm like, you want to squash AWS, but yet you're using Alexa for the front end of your software. But it does prove a broader point. And the broader point is that, things like invoicing and we're all just going to get used to using voice as a UI. And these big enterprise software companies are going to have to architect themselves to deliver that, right? And where the future seems to be going is that these enterprise applications, the ERPs, the CRMs, all that stuff, they are going to engineer themselves to handle voice, but that voice front end could be almost anything, right? So Alexa's the one which has the most share, but you could see Google Assistant on the front end. You could see Google, you could see Cortana, you could see something maybe from Nuance or whatever else comes down the pike. So you can kind of see where this is going, where the voice front end will be optional. It'll almost depend. And then as long as the company, the data and the back end are able to connect their APIs and connect to those things, that's where we're headed. But it seems pretty clear that voice is going to be the new UI of, pretty much everything. And as it moves in the enterprise, it's going to be increasingly doing headier things like financial calculations and things like that. Today, it's more like booking rooms and conference rooms and vacations, things like that.
Bill, to that end, when we look at Tech Pro research, what do we see about emerging trends in voice and other types of human-computer interaction?
We've talked about this trend of consumerization for several years, where you see technology that's used in the consumer space start to make its way into the enterprise. And that's a trend that's continuing and seems to be accelerating. And so it's only natural that the technology people use, like voice, we see data that companies tell us they want, their employees want to use that same technology in the workplace as well. So whether it's using whatever smartphone that they want, whether it's using sort of voice, whether it's using whatever laptop or computer or iOS they want, in the enterprise, companies tell us, when we ask them questions about their purchasing decisions, that they have to really be proactive in providing these technologies to their employees, because what will happen is employees will do an end run around corporate IT, right? You'll have people, years ago, 5, 10 years ago, it was everybody installing their own rogue Wi-Fi router, right? Now it's people going out and putting Alexas in the office or a Google Assistant in the office, which can be a security issue, can be a network concern if you've got too many devices out there that your IT doesn't control with a bandwidth issues. So companies recognize that this is that this trend is continuing, and it's something that they have to address, and they can't just stick their head and shy away from it. So it's better to embrace it, say, yes, we know you want to use these consumer technologies in the workplace. Let's see how we can enable that technology and even use it, just like Larry was talking about with Oracle, right? Enabling their ERP, CRM, cloud solutions for voice.
All right, on both Tech Republic and ZDNet, you can find PDF downloads, ebooks, as well as research about the new world of voice interaction with machines and where enterprise is going with consumer technology.